We'll start with an opening statement by Coach Crean, and after that, we'll open the floor for questions for our student athletes. Coach.
Well, we prepared very hard in a short period of time. The coaches, led by Kenny Johnson, did a great job. We're starting the preparation on Sunday night for James Madison, and we tried to add a few things that we thought we could see from them the first couple of days of practice, but our guys got ready for them in a very short period of time. And I think it showed in the way that we played as they treated this game like it was any other game we've played this year, and especially in the Big Ten. The preparation was high level. They dove into what we wanted to do, notwithstanding a couple of the buckets that were made late in the game after we were way up and we started to sub more. But we knew that we were playing against a really good team, an experienced team, a team that had the fifth-year guys but also had outstanding freshmen. And I think the key to the game for us is that we did a great job on the older guys, on Moore, on Goins, on Davis, and we had a lot of respect for Nation. He made some tough plays, and he's an excellent player. But we had great respect for the coaching, great respect for the talent, for the fact that they were conference champions, and our players played that way. And Yogi certainly got us going in a great direction with the way that he moved the ball, and then he was able to find some great areas to attack from because the ball was in movement. To have 6 guys, have 9 or more, to have Remy with 7, to be able to play as many people as we did was a big deal today. A couple highlights for me were the fact that Yogi had 8 rebounds in this game, which means that our break is at another level when he does that. The fact that we only turned it over, I believe, 9 times was key. And the other big thing is we kept them off the foul line because they're a very good foul shooting team. And when you have that kind of ability to get to the rim and play at the post, you're going to get fouled. And we did a very good job of not allowing that to happen.
Questions for our student athletes, and we please ask that you direct your question to a specific student athlete. Right here. Yeah, right there.
Bob Kravitz, Indianapolis Star. For any one of you guys, did you catch the Southern Gonzaga game? And if so, did that open your eyes to what's possible if you're not prepared?
Yogi, can you answer that, please?
Well, we know that anything can pretty much happen in the NCAA tournament. We've already seen some, pretty crazy things happen. So, going into this game, we were not going to take this team lightly. We know that they won their conference, and we knew that they were, one of the high-level teams. We felt that they were one of the better 16-seed teams. So we were definitely not going to take this team lightly. And even looking at the Southern and Gonzaga game.
Terry Hutchins, Indianapolis Star. Yogi, just talk about the beginning sequences and those first 3 drives and what specifically you saw.
Well, I was just trying to push the ball in transition, really, and find openings. And, the lane kind of just opened up for me, and I just kept, attacking at the beginning. And when they close it up, I just kick out. So those first early drives really helped us.
Ken Bykoff, Inside Indiana. Will, was there anything that you were able to bring forward from last year's tournament experience to help you guys hit the ground running this year?
Just to make sure you don't take any team lightly. Our freshmen did a great job not overlooking our opponent. We did a fantastic job with our scouting report. Coach said earlier, Coach Kenny Johnson did an amazing job. So we were really locked in from the start, and I think that helped us throughout this game.
Tom Withers, AP. Yogi, Coach referred to it a second ago. How did the Big Ten prepare you guys for this tournament?
The Big Ten prepared us just to play against some of the high-level guys. This team had a lot of high-level players. They had Nation, Moore, Davis, and each Big Ten team has always high-level scores. So going up and playing against some of those guys prepared us, against this team because they're a great team, and it just prepares us to go out there and play physical because the Big Ten's a very physical conference. So we wanted to go out there and be physical as well.
Any further? Right here in the front.
Remy, if you could, I know that you haven't had a lot of chance to see anything, but did you get a chance to see any at Temple, and what do you know about them?
They're a great team. Like I said, they have a lot of great players. Like I said, we not going to take anybody lightly. Like we didn't do this team, prepare excellent, and, be ready to play.
In the back.
Shankar Duraswamy with Rush the Court. Yogi, can you talk about just the feeling of playing your first NCAA tournament game and then coming out of the gates the way that you did?
It was definitely a lot of fun. I mean, just running up the court, just running the break was just a lot of fun, especially, to get this win, our first win, especially my first win in my first game. But just to be out there and play with these guys was just a lot of fun, I'd say.
Any further questions? All right. Yogi, Will, and Remy, thank you for your time. Good luck Sunday. Questions for Coach Crean right here.
Tom, over here to your left. Mark Hale with the New York Post. I know they wound up with 62 points, but with 10 minutes to go, they only had 31. I was curious how you would evaluate how you guys played defensively this afternoon.
Oh, I think we played excellent. I think we let our guard down a little bit late, and we didn't make many adjustments at that point. We didn't switch our defenses, which we would have if we felt that it would have warranted it at that point. But I was also trying to make sure that I was conscious now of getting people out of the game, and we tried to do some of that at the end of the first half. So I would think for the first 30, 32 minutes, whatever it was, we were really, really at a high level. We had a ton of deflections. We weren't giving them easy baskets. There's a couple here and there, but we were challenging. Our guys were talking about the pick and roll coverages, really, really locked into personnel. I can't stress enough how proud I am of the way that they did that, because they do that all year long. And it's, you don't want them to catch a break now. You want them to understand, hey, that this really works, and you've got to be. It's not just about getting ready for play X and play Y. It's about really getting ready for individuals and what they do inside of that, and how cohesive they are. So our players were really, really good with that, and they never took their foot off the pedal there those first 30 minutes with our game plan defensively.
Bob Kravitz, Indianapolis Star. Was there anything you saw or heard in the last couple of days that suggested to you that your team was not overlooking this group, that you were ready to play at a high level?
Oh, I never worried about it. I do. My only concern that if we didn't play well, we were going to be underworked and we weren't going to be overworked, because we really did try to flip the switch at the end after the Wisconsin game. There's no question that the gauntlet and the grind of the season had caught up with us some. And it was so important to make sure that we got, this was really where the fresh mind approach, I think, I saw it come alive. I knew we'd get their legs right, but they were really able to get away and make that changeover, that transition from, the high-level games and the high-level preps night after night that never end, take a couple days to make themselves better before they jump right back into that preparation. With that being said, there was never a drop-off when we went to the preparation. Our first walk-through Wednesday night, after the game was over, in the ballroom at the hotel, there was no question they were ready to go. And talking it and communicating it and seeing these things on film and bringing them to life in our walkthrough. So I never worried about that with them. I mean, you always worry because that's human nature, but there was nothing I ever saw from them that concerned me whatsoever.
Coach Yogi has been shown maturity beyond his years all season, but just to come out as hot as he did, but never get out of the offensive flow. What does that say about him?
He's just a very mature young man that's got an extremely short memory. He just plays, and he moves on. He moves right on from it. I didn't even realize this. He had 6 assists, 1 turnover inside of that time, and we got him some good rest too. So the 8 rebounds was big because we need more guard rebounds, and when he rebounds the ball, we're much better, because that break starts so fast. And the same thing with Jordan Hulse. And so that's a very, very positive thing, but he had great confidence shooting the ball. He's worked so hard to continue to get extra reps in his shooting. And if there's one thing, we've shot a lot all week long, but there really weren't a lot of opportunities for these guys to go. We weren't in kill call, so they couldn't go back and get those extra reps. But I felt really good about the way we shot the ball in here yesterday in our 40-minute workout, and he was one of the key guys with that. So I know that had to help his confidence level.
Shankar Duraswamy with Rush the Court. Coach, have you seen Temple play at all, or have any impressions about them?
Oh, absolutely. And we're fully ready to start going over them here in a short period of time with our guys, because Steve McClain has been on the scout since Sunday night. So Fran Dunphy is a phenomenal coach, and it starts with him. I mean, he has been a great basketball coach for a long period of time. and they play in a highly respected league, a tough league, a league that it's got a little bit of everything. I mean, they're going to deal with pressure, they're going to deal with zones, they're going to deal with tempo, all those types of things. But what they do is he really utilizes, in my mind, I don't know any of his players, but he takes these tough, athletic guys, gets them to really move the basketball. They know what they want early in the clock. They know what they want late in the clock. Wyatt is a tremendous player, but he's far from being a one-man team. I mean, he does so many different things, and they do so many different things to get shots. So they're going to be an extremely difficult matchup. And I didn't see any. Well, I saw maybe 2 minutes of this game. I mean, we'll watch that now, but for them to come in here and win. The thing that got my attention is when I saw one of the articles where they basically missed, I could be wrong on this, but they basically missed the selection show because they were still in a meeting going over what had happened in their last game. That's a serious team. You know, that's a team not to be taken lightly.
Tom.
Tom Withers, AP. Tom, you alluded to this a couple minutes ago. Were you worried at one point that the Big Ten was going to batter you guys to the point that you weren't going to be ready for the tournament?
Oh, that goes through your head. Yeah, I'd be lying to say that it didn't. I mean, you don't want to ever put that in your players' minds. But again, I wasn't worried about the fact that we'd really backed off our practices much earlier than we ever had to prepare for a long season. But there's no way around it. I mean, you're in that league, and it's possession by possession, and it's so physical and taxing. And again, the people that know us saw it. The people that don't know us, our guys prepare every game. And we've had a couple of tough games. But our guys prepare every game the same way. And I haven't always had teams, they know, they know when they're playing this team or that team. But they never, ever differentiate in their preparation. And that goes a lot into it, too, with how they got. I mean, you win in the Big Ten, you win the league like that, and that takes a lot out of you. So I'm really glad we had a little transition time and that we utilized it the right way to help them get their minds around this and get their bodies back.
Last question right here.
Tom, can you talk about the role that Kenny played in getting your team prepared for this game?
Kenny, you never, for me, and I was fortunate when I got a start that no one ever pigeonholed me into a position. And when you coach, you coach. You recruit, you administrate, you teach, you scout, you do it all. And that's exactly what Kenny Johnson has come here and done. He's gotten a lot of notoriety for the recruiting that he's done in a short period of time, and deservedly so. But he is a basketball coach. And when he leaves us, it won't be for anything in front of his title other than head coach. I mean, he's going to be that good. And we've got 2 other head coaches in there, and he comes in and he's got a great personality. He was very, very forceful, and demonstrative in this scout, which showed his maturing as a coach. He knew this team because of being in the league, and he did a phenomenal job of getting it across. And he had the details down, but we all made sure that our players understood. Okay, this is what they want. This is how they want to get it. And he did a phenomenal job with that.
Tom, thank you. Good luck on Sunday.
Thank you.